welcome to episode 3 of my Let's Build of the City of Kobe. The last episode here, we had a lot of fire break out in our industry area, so we'll kind of let that recover kind of in here. Today, for this episode, what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to want to do is to continue to fill out our area that I kind of have cordoned off in here, work on our buses. I want to get the bus transportation lines a little bit better. Get this kind of filled in. I'm thinking we'll continue to fill out the industry. And I know at this point, with it being kind of having our area built out there a little bit more, we're going to be wanting to have our highway access down here a little bit more. So let's get into it. I'm going to get a time lapse going here. We're going to want to get a lot of these roads kind of filled in. I'm thinking I'm going to want to have in here, I'm thinking like some of the financial buildings, some of the shopping kind of buildings from the DLC pack, and we'll just kind of get stuck into it here. So we'll get more of these roads laid out here right now. To keep kind of the main kind of thing I got going here, where I have the grids, I have the perpendicular grids. I kind of kept that in this next section here. I think I'm going to keep kind of the same thing going here of like the residential, the lighter residential, also with having the commercial be kind of on the main strip here. So that's going to kind of be this area here. I'll have commercial flanking on either side. I'll have my pedestrian areas. All of my pedestrian roads kind of be filling in from these roads onto the main avenue, the main thoroughfare here. And over here as well, I decided to add in some of the more curved roads, more angular roads. Again, just to kind of mix everything up. We'll have to fill in here next as well. Cleared out our water towers. And I think I did kind of fudge up our bus routes, so we'll work on that once we kind of get everything filled in here. We'll get our simulation rolling. Thinking here, it's gonna be, let's play today, a little more at night. I don't know if that'll be a little more interesting, maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. Absolutely love having this application, the eye candy. Let's take a look at the city at night. We'll do the morning here. We'll do the morning. Just want to play with something different, you know? And then we'll slow that way down. Oh, we are having big issues with our sewage because I just completely killed the power lines. And to heck with it. Just stick it right in there and we'll be all good. this area in here, we're going to continue to have just residential areas. Fill in here. Zone everything in. Again, I kind of want to avoid these off the main road here. Just kind of have the residential areas kind of tucked in. Tucked in here, so there's not a bunch of traffic on these roads. That kind of built in, looking good, looking good. I need to fill out water. Always kind of like following it under the roads, except a little more realistic. but then you do that. So, oh, that's gonna be even a nightmare putting in water here. But I digress. Get all this built in. What I wanted to do is, I know normally I've been zoning. I haven't really plopped much stuff down. I do want to do. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, vanilla. Here we go. I do want to put some of these banks in, some of these buildings. I just want them to be, like, I don't want to have a bank by a baseball park in a subdivision. That seems a little silly. See if they have these smaller buildings. Doesn't make sense in here. I think it makes a little more sense. A little more sense over that way. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I really want to put these in. I'm trying to think of a good spot. We can kind of put those in. Buildings are like the right size. Something like here off the... Actually right there would be great. Get a financial hub in there. Seconds. We'll double those up. Nice, don't you think? Looks really good, and then it kind of looks a bit butt ugly on the side there. Let's do. To cover up. Yeah, I wish they could kind of like have the back sides of the buildings be a little more realistic. Like put some doors, sitting areas, windows, you know, just so it's not just a big wall that's at the back there. It's a little unrealistic. I like that a lot. It looks good. It looks good from afar too. As commercial, I might again kind of continue to just stay with the low density commercial and just kind of get those filled in. Looks good. Once we get to detailing these areas in, this will look really good. Up the back here. What I would really like to use is with some of these, not custom, but vanilla, all of the DLC, the Industries DLC that we had. As I click. I want to get to some of these other ones, because I don't think these are really polluting. But you see these all the time in cities, of course, as you kind of have warehouses and whatnot within kind of the city limits. How polluting is that? Oh, I don't know if there's a way to tell if it's how polluting it is or not, because now we got a smokestack, which isn't necessarily what I want, so we'll kind of keep clicking here. thought those were gonna look just kind of like more clean. Smokestack. Is a warehouse gonna... I don't know if I necessarily want that, like, right in the city limits. I thought there were some. Maybe, like... Unless I'm thinking of these. I'm probably thinking of these here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, those look great. Love it, love it. And we'll get them on the corner, too. Very cool. Yeah, just kind of build these areas in and just have something really like modern industry that is in very well within the city limits. Because I know what we got over here is the big smokestack industry we got over here. That I very much want segmented over there. But something that's over here looks great. I think that looks great within the city limits. Fill this in here. Just kind of blend it in. Absolutely love the trees for detailing and decorating. Use my single just to fill in the area here. Nice. Very nice, very cool. I dig that. I dig that a lot. What else? We got the banks here. Yep. Got our nice shops kind of coming in. Doing detailing as we go here, which is all good. I'll have to mix it up too. I'll have to get a different paintbrush in here. Just pop these in. Nothing there. I don't know if we could do a little bit of a brush in there. I'm curious if we could have like some benches. Put some benches in here. It would look really nice. Where do you have those? I'll need to look for those. Maybe I could do a little detailing time lapse. And we'll slap some of those in. We'll kind of keep going here. We do have a lot of demand for commercial. I'm gonna do a little bit of offices too. Kind of want to fill in this road here. Just a bit, not a ton, but just a bit of that. I can have room out the back. I am. So what I'd like to do is maybe a pedestrian path. Because then that can kind of just, I don't know if that could kind of just cut through. That is going to collide. That's okay. A little bit of a break. And we'll do more of the same. Do more of the same there. With this, we could probably do the path. And then all the way down. Groovy. Awesome. I like that. That's good, that's good. So we're getting all that kind of built in here. What else? I was trying to think what we were kind of missing today. We're not quite at the university level yet. We're at about 3,000 population. I do have an elementary school. I do have a high school. This is still pretty good within the area. Where do we have... I gotta find our high school. Our high school is very at capacity. I could possibly use some more. High school, we're completely fine. People are eligible for university. High school, I know it's just a matter of time. You just need to let the simulation run. We could really use another elementary school in here, though. I kind of feel like a university would be good too. Let's plop down one of our... Curious if we had the other historical library. That'd be sweet. Large elementary school, it's a little big. High school, National Library, community school. I'm thinking with this one, community school, an alternative to elementary school. So that's $240 a month. Costs 10 grand. Or 12 grand, 160. We'll just kind of keep the same one that we did before. Put that right in the corner. Because I'm going to keep the same kind of thing going in here. We're going to have a bunch of elementary kiddos going there. We'll have our residential kind of fill in. I need to water this area. Round and round we go. More utilities in. Awesome, so I got that. I kind of want to preemptively put... I'm kind of thinking this whole area I've kind of got going here is going to be just more smaller, not like enclosed community, but just kind of a smaller community of people. So I think I want to just kind of keep everything a bit reasonable with like small soccer fields, the baseball park. I just kind of want different offerings. Oh, that'd be perfect right there. Wonderful. Right outside the school. Just walk right over. Incredible. Awesome. Got the rest of this filled in here. Kind of going for small town vibes so far. Want lots of offerings. Lots of offerings for our Sims here. Let's do some pedestrian paths. We'll kind of break those up here. Using university one. Close, did that a bit close, did that a bit close. Or we could do an angle. Let's do an angle. If and when I actually get it. That'd be kind of cool. Do one off of an angle there. Just kind of want maximum connectivity. It's a little janky off to the side, but that works. Still got a lot of commercial demand. We'll just do some more basic commercial. We'll get all this kind of filled in here. It's already coming in. Like I said, we can fill in little holes, fill in little spots with trees and such. Yeah. I'm liking our zoning a lot. It took a while with this game too. It took a while to just kind of like get all of this comfortable and looking good. Oh, I got a wall. This is the high tech. This is the green stuff. Nightlife. I was trying to think of where the malls. I had malls set up. Oh, you know what would be really cool is some of the green. Yeah, some of the green commercial businesses would be brilliant in here. You know, what'd be really cool is like even like a local grocer, right? Like in the neighborhood. Jeez. Guess we can get all these filled in here. Let's do that. Kind of breaks up the residential, breaks up kind of the zoning that you have going. Makes it a little more interesting, makes it a little more unique. Kind of everything you got going on here. If you can kind of put those in. I was like looking for them all though. I did stumble upon these again, which is great. I dig it. That sits brilliantly. Put it there. That's gotta be incredible living. Soy and lentils. You're living right here. You just walk over to the grocery store. Living right across. Get your vegan burgers. That's fun. Soccer field here. See, that's what I like. Just kind of plopping these down. Not This is gonna drive me nuts that I don't have wall-to-wall finance. My icons are a little funky. Unless it's just in the commercial, and then it's just, oh, no. University packs. There's got to be a better way that I do this at some point. I don't necessarily want to do that on camera, on as I'm recording here, just slowly trying to click through everything. That's okay. I'll have to figure that out. I'll figure that out at some point. Some more banks, some more finance stuff would be lovely. I just want to keep these small kind of, well, that's not the end of the world. I would do that. Certainly on the main strip here. Something like that. I don't want these buildings to be too big. This is just very, very intentionally a smaller kind of area of the city. I don't want these big, massive buildings coming in. But these are okay. Do that. Shift them around. Fit these together like Lego pieces. Those look brilliant. Out the back again. I don't like with these buildings. It's a little naked. A little naked out the back. That's okay though. The soccer field is not sitting square and flush, and that's bothering me. We'll just need to get over we'll just need to get over it. I like that. It's kind of like a little bit of a more calm area than just endless. What we got going on here, we still have a little bit of issues with jobs, not enough employment. I'm doing extremely well on money. We're financially doing very, very well. So I'm kind of thinking again like that university would be lovely. I'm thinking we're gonna do that this episode. I think we'll fill in. We'll have a university. Trees again. It's kind of filled in here. What do I want to zone in here? I think again, just kind of like do this little number. Get all that. I have homes off the road. Just do some offices in here, and that will fill in. We'll kind of do some trees. Rocks would be cool too. Always like the big boulders that are in this game. Yeah, this is gonna take a bit here. I'm just gonna keep on going here, fill everything in. I know in future episodes I'll kind of like make there's so many content packs now that I'm kind of coming back to this game with the neighborhoods, especially the green stuff. I like maybe some of my favorite residential areas in the game are those the green city residential areas that like have like the really modern. They don't have like lawns. They kind of have sand for the front lawns. Those buildings I absolutely love. I know we're definitely going to be doing at some point in the future there neighborhoods with that, but for now, with just the small little city here, we're gonna do just the low density residential kind of stuff. Oh, this is sitting weird. Can we do just 2x2s? Because that's a different grid, so those aren't gonna build in. Let me just do that. I do want some footpaths out of here. Like I've been doing with the other episodes, we're either just going to have trees and it's blocked off, and we just have the low density residential kind of on the low density road, or we're going to do kind of these bigger apartments. I am going to have the highway maybe kind of like kind of in here, and I am going to have this side of the avenue kind of more filled in, so we get a little more kind of traffic, if you will, and some offshoot roads. And we'll get that filled in at some point in due time. In due time, we'll get there. Our residential demand's really cooling off. I do have some more commercial. Again, my shopping malls I wanted to find. I could not for the life of me find them. I'm not going to waste my time trying to look for them off camera. When I'm not recording, I will figure out where the heck they are. I was thinking too, landmarks would be pretty nice to have. The stock exchange doesn't quite fit in here. I'm not super a big fan of that. These darn pedestrian ones, I love these. I gotta unlock them. I'm kind of thinking the closet would be really good here. Closet ultimate. Statue of Industry. I wanted to do something small, nothing crazy. Like a town, there's more of a town hall. Is there anything in the Africa content? Temple of Sahal. Be pretty dope, be pretty cool in here. These I've never used. I just recently bought the Africa packs. I have not. I feel like that one needs a little more of a grand spot for it. Maybe in here we can get some residential stuff kind of built in. I know why that's... I think it's the groundwater here, so we're gonna say bye-bye to you. That's gonna go right there because it's a low power. Yeah, we got a contaminated water supply here. Get that filled in. Water should get reconnected. That'll be good. Just kind of chugging along here. Getting density in here. This is looking good. I just gotta mess kind of with the outer edges here. Here I don't know what I want to do. I could do, I guess, higher density residential, because I could get those apartments in. That was getting to be cumbersome. Kind of plopping those in. I just don't want the skyscrapers in. I tell you what, here's kind of what we'll do in here. Vanilla. Custom. I know I gotta get like a better search for this. I like these as I pull my index finger trying to click through these. I'm sure that, I don't know if the mouse is picking it up. I liked what I was doing before, just kind of... Those are butted up right against those residential. Let's do... I don't like how those are so close. 2x3. That's much better. I want space. I want space for these. I was doing kind of like chunks of 3. I kind of like the different blocks as opposed to just endless housing. That arrangement that I kind of had going here. Well, I'm going to break my rule. I'm going to do 4. And we'll leave that empty. I know this is like really inflating our residential population as well. We're going to get a ton of people in. I'm not giving a darn about the demand levels. I'm just artificially injecting demand in. Those will get filled in. Sweet. These are looking brilliant. Very, very happy so far with how the city's turning out. I know those will get built in with some residential. really breaks up all the buildings. I love the space it dominates. It's kind of like a big focal point of this area. The soccer fields as well. I do got the cricket field. I'm gonna have to use the cricket field at some point. I'll get that laid in. Some more Sims with more sick water. I don't know if this just isn't working or pipes are. Oh, that's the culprit. Bye-bye to you. I do this with all my cities. I just put the water towers and the utilities, the industry area, like out of... I see it already went away. Yeah. I just plop them down wherever. And then I'm like, I'll just deal with it later. Just want it out of the way. But that was the culprit. We'll get it in. Doing great on population. We're making about 1,774 bucks. I wanted to more of this in here, more of these paths. More garbage. Our citizens need more garbage pickup. Also need access into here, so we'll do this. I'll tell you what, just to break up a little bit of the monotony here, let's get a time lapse going and let's get a little further along in our build here, shall we? We're back. I now have kind of these areas to work in. I'm kind of debating, again, like I think I'm just going to kind of keep the same format in here. Just build our kind of commercial out the front here. On the main strips, the main drag. And then we'll kind of build residential. Be a little more of a pain with my angular roads here, but that's okay. I was kind of thinking our university I wanted to put in because I now have citizens that are eligible for the university, even though it's a bit expensive. High school, $2 grand a month for. I'm thinking I have so many that are eligible. How many are through high school? A decent bit getting there. University would be lovely in this area. Ooh, we got a fire. There we go. The fire truck's on it. What makes sense? What makes sense for a good university? Bloody expensive. I really like how that's sitting. Boy. Is that the right spot for it? You know, I'm almost kind of thinking is if we can like building within what I've kind of got here. I'll tell you what I might do is blow those bad boys up. It's not sitting. How is that sitting? How's that look, Chief? That look good? Kind of like that. I think that's a good spot for it. I just need this to be actually symmetrical with the road, because otherwise it is just going to drive me nuts. There we go. Looks good. Okay. That is going to be a big drain on our financial expenditure. Very necessary. Very necessary, though. Get power in here. Slow her back down. Bring her a little further in the day. I do absolutely hate these trees. Really don't like these trees, as I've always said. I gotta find them. Hedges. The hedges are okay. The random parking lots they have here. Those trees are just awful. Yeah, Bob is a really good mod. You can kind of change the assets here. That's a much better tree. I like that. Oh, shoot. Once again as ever. Kind of forgetting these. Citizens are sick, yeah, because they're by the... I guess there is a little bit of pollution here. I think the pollution is really light. But yeah, they still get a little sicky. And Citizen might just have to tough it out. These guys are not getting power. We'll try and bridge that gap here. So we'll have the power jump across. Buildings are upgrading. Really liking how the city's kind of coming out here. And then I'll mess with, like I said, I think in episode 1, I want to actually like kind of mess with the policies and kind of not just have the city be like a city painter, but to actually like more properly, zoned. Treat it kind of like you're running a city and not just exclusively doing a city painter, which this game is tremendous. We know like the economy isn't perfect, but I want to add just like another kind of dimension to, I don't know, role-playing the city, running the city. I just think it makes it a little more interesting than just exclusively doing a city painter. Love the bustling little city. Absolutely loving it. Yeah, I know the traffic in here, I don't know if I want to have them that connected into the road, because I didn't really do that over here. I very much isolated what was going on. I don't know if... we still have kind of the main roads that people can go down. I kind of think that's okay. Still kind of a smaller area here. We have some people living by the bank. I always feel like these parts of the city are always naked when we don't have the trees down. I am still looking for flipping benches, and I found a bench. Sit right in the corner there. We'll dress up these areas a little bit. Get these props in. Certainly in here we got as the tiniest merry-go-round in the world. You got a little kids play area out the back. These rock formations, I always really like those. Kind of throw these in for the heck of it. And I might do too, is I might just kind of fill some spots in. Those are gonna crash, aren't they? That's okay, that's fine. I do want to kind of bring in trees here. Maybe to, for the sake of mixing it up, if I can't get out of my stupid wheel. Some ground cover, maybe. Fill in these areas a little bit. Break that up. Water. Sorry, guys. This area's looking great, though. Still some trash issues. It's just a nice community, nice kind of area here. Kind of get this zoned into. I love having the curved streets. It does, admittedly, though, a bit bug me. Where zoning is a bit of an issue, but that's okay. I'm not trying to have as much Sims as humanly possible, not having to try like have the biggest city in the world. I just kind of like having this kind of broken up a little more sparse, this a little more built in. I like having a lot of this stuff broken up. I don't know if the landmark makes sense in here. I kind of want like the landmarks. I was debating like using some of them. I feel like they need to have a little bit more of their own space than just kind of randomly kind of chucking these in here. So I'm thinking we'll kind of, once I get kind of my other little areas, my other little towns built up, then we'll start using some of those landmarks. But for now, I kind of think we're just doing small town developments, if you will. Get rid of you. Get that built up. City, seeing how his city's coming along. Little goober, always hopping up on the desk. Let's get those. What else we got going here? More same thing. Just trying to get all this residential area kind of filled in. We're starting to get a gradient. Here on this side. I know I'm gonna really need to do something here. I don't think we're gonna have any buildings on there. I'll kind of dress those up with like rocks and brush. But we're not gonna be kind of building on flat. I know when I first got this game and I was first playing, to be building on like the flat gradient, on like the, like the angled here, kind of like right in here. And it just, the buildings just looked god awful. They were just terrible. So I try to avoid those as much as I can. Like something like that's kind of okay. You can kind of just build around it a good bit. Yeah, it's definitely much harder to zone. Lots and lots of zoning. Lots and lots of zoning in this episode. also figuring out too how I want to kind of do these episodes. I love the building. Hopefully the people that do click on these videos and check them out kind of just enjoy the building too, and kind of the relaxing nature of everything. I'm kind of trying to refine how I want to do these videos, and how I want to present them, what I want to do with them, how I want to edit them, what I want to include in. So we're kind of going along here just as much as our city is building, and I think I need to bulldoze. We're gonna clear these out. Yeah, we're gonna use them. Those people are getting sick. That's no bueno. We might do at the end here. Like a little cafe. That works. Like a drive-through. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, so then what are these? Oh, I didn't realize there's commercial buildings for the Africa stuff. I don't necessarily know what that is. That's a bit big. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna have to click through that Africa pack and see like what's all in there. Something like that. Again, just kind of stuff in the neighborhood. Little commercial areas, little businesses in the neighborhood where everything's just kind of walkable for our citizens. This is great. Got all the traffic. The ballpark. I love it. Let's see what else. I'm gonna fill these in. I was gonna mess with my buses. I think that'll kind of be the last little bit I do here today, once I kind of get more of these areas filled in. Do have a lot of industry demand and not much residential. So we'll kind of, I don't know, we'll kind of play it by ear. This is incredible though. Getting all this built out. I just love the layout. Love what we're doing here. I'm thinking I might add another grid here. We do need to get just erase the trees. I was gonna extend the highway too. We'll get a little time lapse going with that. We'll kind of get our bus routes all squared away. We're just gonna do something simple here. I'm thinking we'll just do snapping. We'll just kind of get these grids put in here just to satisfy demand. Fill this area out a little bit. It looks janky, but it works. Yeah, these aren't really laid out well. The grids are all funky. Just do that. Get some more of that. I don't know how much more we want to. I'm gonna keep this. I'm thinking we're kind of build into here, and we'll get this all flattened out as well. I do want to I guess spend a little time in here and flatten this area out a little more. Size that. Mark our area. Get this carved out a bit. Clear some room. Flatten it out. So we go back to a road. Something simple, something super simple. A little break there from the recycling center. Fill these suckers in. Make sure they got their water. Water treatment, the water availability is still looking good. Just tell you what we're gonna do in here. I always like with these edges, I always feel like it just kind of looks a little ugly. So I try and just break those up. I just try and break these up with the rocks, and then just the ground cover here. Those are okay. My favorites. Rocks. Just kind of breaks up the ridges here. Like that. This at the back is not the end of the world. Try to just have it be solid. Do a little bit of the pavement painter here. Get that filled in. It doesn't need to be perfect. That works for me. Concrete jungle of pollution. Get you filled in because of the zoning being funky. It's looking good though. Looking good, looking good. Our area is all blocked out. How's our traffic doing? I haven't really messed with traffic too much. I do have despawning. Currently no despawning. Yeah, so this is all, nothing's despawning. Traffic patterns are pretty good. I gotta figure out what I want to do in here. The ground elevation's a little funky here. And this is looking really good. I think I'm gonna get zoom in here, and we'll get some of the highway laid out, and probably get the rest of this kind of zoned in. So we'll sit back, relax, we'll watch me keep kind of building away here, and yeah, we'll kind of rein this little episode into land. guess I'll need to fill everything in here. I still got this big area to work on. That's gonna kind of be our next episode. I looped it around. We smoothed out the little hillside we got here. Mostly an okay highway change here. We got some rocks. We got a little bit of traffic on the freeway here with some boulders. I know there's like the parallel tool. I might kind of get this straightened out. Some of my mods I don't remember how to use. I don't remember how to access them. But me personally, this is mostly acceptable, mostly straight. I know on the back end here we'll kind of get that leveled out. But we got some additional access over to this side of our lake district. We'll build alongside here. We'll kind of get this built in, so we'll have both sides of this big kind of main road all built up over here. So that's good. We got some additional kind of roof there. I need some water over the story of this episode. Our Sims need water. Kind of get those areas built in. Got the hillside here. Get the trees kind of filled in. Here a bit. Like I said, I'm not going to build out all of this area here just with. Yeah, this is like looking pretty darn good. Really quite happy about this area. Just like a much smaller town, not super duper built up. Over here to work on. We almost got this area. But kind of the last thing is we're gonna blow up this person's building. Adios. Just gonna dezone that from our big dump truck that's going through our city. Yeah, the city's a really good size. The only thing, very last thing to do for our episode today is I want to mess with our lines again. It's good. Not too many people are waiting in typical City Skylines fashion. There's 9,000 people waiting at a bus stop. These look pretty darn good though. I'm liking these. It's mainly just all around the outside perimeter. If I click on that, it'll pop it up. We got one vehicle. We got a lot of people waiting, so we're gonna pump it up to 3 vehicles. As we see over here, my mouse. Got these guys coming in, which is great. So that should help. Lake District, bus route 2. And then this first one that's going around the perimeter. Kind of click on all of our stops. I'm thinking these okay. I was meant to like kind of want to look at these again. I'm kind of thinking these are okay though. I know once we kind of get another area built up, then we're going to want to connect these bus routes. But yeah, I'm thinking these are kind of good. You got like here, you can catch then the bus here. And then, like I said, like you got your bus stop there. Rather than just legging it all the way across town, you can get to another one of our bus stops in here. So I'm kind of thinking the buses are okay. I feel like we've got good, solid kind of use of our buses. Some of these roads I might change some of these up. If buses aren't using them, I might change these out. To just do kind of thinking just something like 4-way roads. Just to swap these out a little bit of maintenance here on some of these roads. Some of these are fine. Kind of having these there. And to be honest, I kind of like the way that they look. Shit. Bus coming here. Well, that bus is gonna chug it out in here. I'll tell you what. We'll kind of keep that for now. Oh, losing power? Oh, we're just at capacity now. Here's what we'll do. We'll slap in a windmill. I'm more concerned about the fire. Right when I thought this video was gonna end, I now. Oh my god. I wanted disasters. I got disasters. My lord. This freaking. Jesus Christ, this is gonna spread. What a way to end the episode. Just up in flames. Did I get the capture? Did I? There we go. Okay. Freaking hell, my video capture card. That'll be our thumbnail. What is this? God. Look at him come in. The bookstore. The bookstore is burning. Man, oh my god. Swing back around. This whole area is going to get engulfed. It's going to frickin' spread to the other buildings. People are just out walking their dogs. Man, the McMansion. The McMansion is in flames. God, I hope those just put themselves out. Good? Are we good? See, now I'm debating having disasters on it. I think we're gonna roll with it. Jeez Louise, scorched earth. What the heck was I talking about? Our bus routes? What were we doing with our bus routes? These are pretty good. These bus routes are kind of feeding through. I might do. Just do another. How do I add another bus route? Am I crazy? Oh, you know what I could do too is then, like, as I'm thinking out loud now, our bus routes. Once we kind of get these areas built in on the other side of the avenue. I'm not going to do a ton of expansion, but I'll do some. We'll flatten out here a little bit. We'll push out into the river. Then I think I'm going to have another bus route. Because I just got the one. I feel bad with the avenue. It's just this right side here. Relatively speaking, this side of the road, but then I got the bus lane on this other side of the road, so it's not being used. But anyway, I think that is a good stop. This city is coming along, so long as it does not just burn to ashes. Yeah, I think the city's coming along excellently. Thanks, guys, for checking out the channel, checking out our build here. Having a lot of fun getting back into this game, and I love every episode just making more and more progress. I'm kind of thinking for next time we'll get this little pocket filled in here, and I do at some point I want to build out farmland, so farm industry is going to kind of be coming soon once I use the pastures and the land out there. But thanks guys for